My name is Jiles Smith, and welcome to Our Community. What exactly is Veterans Court?
A Veterans Court is a program that's a multifaceted collaborative effort with the courts, the prosecution, the Public Defender's Office, Veterans Affairs, VA hospitals, and other organizations that deal with veterans that are coming back from war with post-traumatic stress disorders and get into trouble in the criminal justice system. And we've identified those individuals that need specific treatment, and because they have unique issues associated with their problems, and therefore they're handled by a specific judge in a specific court that's well suited to handle those specific issues.
So why was this program developed?
Well, it was developed back in 2010 when I was running for the Office of District Attorney. When I traveled throughout the county and talked to groups and folks, first of all, I realized and appreciated that Riverside County has the third largest veterans population in the state of California. Almost 135,000 individuals, veterans, live in this county. And also that there was a need for a veterans court. LA County had one, Orange County had one. We did not. San Diego County had one, and we did not in Riverside. And so I felt that, having been a judge myself for 11 years, and I presided over the mental health court in Riverside County courts for a period of time, I appreciated and understood the dramatic need to have a dedicated veterans court to deal with our vets.
So exactly how does this program work?
Well, when a veteran comes into contact with the criminal justice system, whether it be oftentimes because of their alcoholic abuse issues or their drug-related issues or DUIs, or even domestic violence situations, if they're identified as suffering from post-traumatic stress related to their involvement in the military, then they qualify for treatment under the Veterans Court program. We assign them to the Veterans Court, and they plead guilty to the charges. It's a post-plea program wherein in felony matters, they have to go through an intensive 18-month program where they deal with their drug or alcohol abuse situation, psychiatric or psychological issues. We can get them temporary housing. We work on getting them jobs and employed and training. In misdemeanor cases, it's an intensive 6-month program.
Right.
So that when they graduate, which we're going to see later today, they can go back into society and function as hopefully productive, normal human beings.
Well, it sounds like a very robust program. What is the recidivism rate?
Well, our program is only, we're ending the second year, so it's too early to tell. In our first graduating class, thank goodness no one has reoffended. But again, time will be the true barometer and the telling factor. But we think the program is very worthwhile, and so far we haven't had anybody reoffend.
That's outstanding. Well, why is this program so important to our community?
Well, again, I think it's important to our community. First of all, we owe it to the vets.
Right.
They have sacrificed and dedicated certain significant portions of their lives to protect and serve us. And therefore, when they come back with mental health issues, substance abuse issues, we can't ignore it, nor should we. And I think since we have the third highest population of vets in the state of California, next to LA and San Diego County, we need to address those issues and concerns, and that's why I was strongly advocating for this collaborative approach, because that's the only way you're going to do it. You have to have the court buy-in, and having come from the bench as a Superior Court judge for 11 years, I had a lot of credibility with the judges, and they understood and appreciated the problem or situation. And I approached those judges who are either active military in the reserves or were previous vets.
Right.
And I got them on board with my thoughts and ideas in that regard, and they helped support the program as well.
And this program works with probation as well.
Probation is an integral part of as well as county mental health, Veterans Affairs. Again, it's truly a collaborative effort. And American University, back on the East Coast, is looking at our program to use as a national model for veterans courts throughout the country.
Well, I hear that this is the best run program in the state.
Well, we've received 2 national awards in recognition for our program, and it's still in its infancy. We're only in the 2nd year. So whatever we're doing it right.
So tell me some more about some other specialty departments that you have here at the county.
Well, I've been a prosecutor now for 25 years. I was a Superior Court judge for 11 years. I've kind of seen and done it all in the criminal justice system. And I've appreciated and realized that we've become very specialized in the criminal justice field. It's not doing the same thing over and over again. We have to be creative. We have to think outside the box. So what I've done is I've created a great number of specialty units dealing with our juvenile offenders, dealing with real estate fraud, dealing with consumer and environmental issues, dealing with workman's compensation claims, which has become a big issue in the state of California over the past several years, insurance fraud, the elderly, and elder abuse, both financial and physical. So we have specialized units that pretty much cover almost every area and facet of the criminal justice system in Riverside County.
Hey, is the human trafficking issue big here?
Huge. Riverside County is one of the first counties in the state of California to create an anti-human trafficking task force that's been in existence for the past couple of years. And again, it's a collaborative effort between the Sheriff's Department, the DA's office, other law enforcement agencies, as well as private groups, safe house, shelters for young juveniles. And it's been very, very successful. But again, it's a reawakening. Human trafficking has been there for decades.
Right.
We just haven't seen it and weren't aware of it, and now we are. So it's an education problem as well, and we need to inform. It could be at a nail salon. Mm-hmm. It could be at a gas station, or occurring in a domestic situation with people that are working in the homes, as well as basically slavery of sexual trafficking.
Right.
And the gangs throughout Southern California have become aware of that and see the benefit financially. It's no longer guns and drugs, it's now trafficking human beings.
Right. So do you have a task force dealing with political issues?
Well, one of the things, again, that I did when I first came to office in January of 2011 is I reached out to the FBI and the U.S. Attorney's Office. And again, we formed a collaboration of our offices and investigators and prosecutors, and started a political corruption unit for Riverside County. It's unfortunate to say that we need that, but in this day and age, it's a necessary evil. And so for 3 years now, we've had a political corruption unit that has been very active and very involved in our cities and our communities throughout the county.
Well, when the people trust what the politicians do, they are more receptive, they get involved more, and that's a very integral part of how the community functions well together.
Well, being an elected official, it's a public trust. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, people sometimes violate that trust in different ways. And it's up to our political corruption unit to make sure that that doesn't happen. And when it does happen, we're going to investigate it and prosecute it where it occurs.
Keep up the great work.
Thank you.